Hello, Teaquilters. Today is Saturday, October 19th, 2024. It is 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're here with live sew and chat. We also are live on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for 1 hour chat. So let me pull you guys up on here. I've been sitting here, didn't even pay attention to the screen that my time had ran out. So let's see, how late am I? Just seconds. Okay, not bad. So that's good. I gotta pull you up. So opening up YouTube on this phone. All right. So we'll give people a minute to get in here. I am cleaning out my trash can. So from Wednesday when I was cutting, I have not been back into this room. So because of that, I am going to go ahead. I think I said I needed 8 more of these badge templates. So we're going to copy that or just trace out some. I just whacked the piece off. I'm sure this is way bigger than what I need, but you know, we got it. And the marker that I used, I have not been back into this room. Like, what happened to the marker? Let's see. I have been in here because I pulled some pieces out of here for my scrap. I had a strings and mosaics lecture on Thursday. So I did come in here to pull pieces off the board to use as examples. So I got stuff a little mixed up. So let me first task of the day is to draw these 8 that I need before I forget. And I think 8 will be more than what I need, but I'm going to draw 8. I guess I could count. I really don't know how many badges I need. I'm just guessing because I haven't gotten that far, but let's count to make sure. Yeah, I got 16 here, so another 8 will be 24. And I'm feeling like I got at least 16 people that are coming back, so another 8 should be plenty, because that would be 24. I'm only taking 40 people total, and I could swear I have more, at least 16 people coming back that have already been. So I'm just going to draw 8. And then whatever scrap is left, I will leave that on, leave it in the bag when I already have a bag made somewhere. I guess I need to figure out where that is. I might have some fabric pieces already pre-cut. I don't know. It doesn't matter because, you know, I'll just cut them again. And this is not big enough to get another one. So I'm going to nest them this time. I didn't remember it making any difference, but you know, I don't even have my fan on. You know that's not gonna last. So we got to fix that like right now. And I'll read the chat as soon as I draw out these 8. I have 4. And then what did I do? Go leave it up on high because I'm hot, right? I'll put it on medium in a minute. Okay, so instead of getting 4 in a row, because I just whacked a piece off, I'm getting 3, so I guess we'll have 9. And then once I get these drawn off, I'll read who's here. Give everybody a chance to get their post in. I know y'all like, what's she doing? She normally come on here and do the shout outs. I got a one-track mind. It's like, I'll forget what I'm supposed to do because this wasn't on my agenda until I came in here. It's like, oh, okay, we didn't finish that. And this is my last one to trace for right now. And then we'll do shout outs. At least they're traced out. Yeah. All right, so I traced 9. All right, so we can get the scrap off and out of the way and tucked into the top of the boat. All right, let's see. Hope you all had a great Saturday. I did orders and post office run. Went to the grocery store. I'm thinking about making an apple pie tomorrow. So I went and got ingredients for that. Okay, so I don't have the piece on the back of my phone so that it stands up on its own. That's weird. Okay, it just broke off somewhere. Okay. So that's all I did today. I've been reading some instructions, shall I say. That's what I've been doing. So I don't feel like I've done anything productive, but the instructions are like 150 pages. And so I'm like reading the instructions, okay? So yeah. So let's go back to the top as far as I can go. Hi, Darcy. Welcome back. Says, hi, T, and all quilters. Give T her thumbs up. And if you're new here, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Also, check out our Facebook page, Teaquilts LLC. When you go to join Facebook page, make sure that you answer the 4 questions so that you can be approved. Otherwise, if you do not, I will not approve you. So just keep that in mind. I'm trying to keep people out of the group that shouldn't be there. Sue GSD is here saying 249 days to go. It's going to be a really long winter. Brr. That is too funny. Hi, Maddie Barnum, Vivian Calvi, Delia Short, Betsy Layton. She says she went to Columbia today. Had to do some shop hopping while there. Happy Saturday to all. Awesome, awesome. Right now we're having September and October is the all-state shop hop, Missouri all-state shop hop. So that's what's going on. I haven't been to one. I only went to, we have a new quilt shop. I went to the new quilt shop, which wasn't part of that. And then I don't think I have been in any other quilt shop. I did go to Joann's when I told you I went and bought this Pellon. But that's it. I haven't, and I went in Joann's and that's all I bought too. I didn't, I stayed focused. I did look around just to see what they had on sale, just to see. And they had some stuff on sale, but I was like, you don't need a thing. And so I got up out of there. But I haven't been to any stores. I'm trying to not go to them. Trying to ignore them online too, okay? I am not messing around. Patricia Priest, Iris Cell Lady, Melena Montoya, Sharon Lewis. Oh, Darcy got a new kitty. Kevin the Quilter is here. Ray Mahone's here. Francis Jackson. Nikki B. Let me see. Deborah Sims Brown. Deborah Holloway. Mary F. is here. C. Joy Creations. T. Roberts. Becky Bramlett. She's still working on her shawl, so that's cool. She's crocheting, I think. Melody Kiefer, Bonita Nance. She's folding laundry, just got back in town, so that's cool. You had a trip, but ooh, I hate that part of laundry. Well, I don't hate folding. It's the putting up part that I hate. I'll fold. It's the stuff that gets, even hung stuff I don't like it either. So yeah. Celia Swain, welcome, welcome. Deborah Quilts. Dee Branson. Kim R. Carissa Renninger. Sheila Willis. Betty Ward. Haven't seen Betty. Well, I may have seen your name more recently, but that's good. That's back. Clovis Gardner is back. Paula S. And Joyce Sterling. She says she's in a bed, snug as a bug. It's a chilly evening. I went outside because I don't know if the cat is sick or something. Like ate something that was bad for him or something out there. But he has not been acting right all week, and he hasn't hardly been eating. So the last couple of days, because we know he hasn't been eating his food, I've been out like looking for him and stuff. And I found his hiding space when we were doing yard work one day. So I've been checking his hiding space. Sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not. So I went out because I had to find him right before it got dark outside, and he was in a spot, but he is not eating, so something is up with Kitty. This Kitty boy. Renee Tanner is here. Thank you, everybody that's hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't hit the button already for me, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button while I'm doing shout outs. I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. And Mary talking about that's what she needs to do, ignore the stores. She's talking about ignore them. Right. I am not paying attention to people's sales. Stuff come in. I'm trying to delete stuff. I only look at a couple of places that might have something at 50% off, just in case they got something that I need that I can get wholesale, but I have to buy like a whole lot of it or pay shipping. Then I'll look at those. But I've been coming up out of those too. But the only reason I've been looking at that type of stuff is because you know, I'm always looking for a great bargain for a retreat and stuff like that. So that's the only reason I'm looking at that. Quilts by Carmel is here. Hey, Joe. Michelle the Quilter's here. Claudette Bettis, welcome, welcome. She says, watching from her quilt retreat in Temecula. Hey, girl, have fun. Carissa says, today was the 4th time since 2022 that I went into a store. Went to Joann Fabric with my bestie so she could help me pull things from shelves and keep my spending reasonable. Spent a little over 100. Yeah, that's not bad for Joann's, especially if they having a good sale, which right now they're trying to get people to spend their money. So almost just about any given time, almost everything is on sale in there. So, and she says Halloween stuff was on sale 60% off. That's what I forgot to bring in here. I did find the sewing machine skeleton thing, and it took Joann's about a week to ship it, but I did get it because I ordered it maybe 2 or 3 days after I had recorded the interview because I knew you all wouldn't see it. So, but for some reason, and I ordered some other stuff like on Monday or Tuesday, and they just shipped it today. So stuff is kind of like from Nordstrom and Sierra Trading Post. They're like slow in delivery right now, which was so weird. And I haven't even gotten, only one item from Nordstrom was mailed. I got like 3 or 4 other items, but only one thing was shipped. And Sierra Trading Post, I haven't even heard from them yet. So it's just weird what shipping is right now. So be aware. Some people I saw online saying that they had gotten their Missouri Star boxes. I haven't gotten my box, and I haven't gotten the ship notification either. So still waiting for my Missouri Star Countdown to Christmas box. I don't have that yet. Hey, Remo JS, welcome, welcome. And she says they have 2 different ones, T. Those are on sale, too. Almost got one. Yeah, I didn't realize it was 2 of them, but yeah, I got one just because I'll just sit it somewhere. It won't be put up for Halloween because I don't have time to do any decorations, okay? So, yeah. I don't have anything here retreat related. So, I can't tell you anything about that other than last payments are due October 31st. And then from there, I'll be working on talking to the facilities, getting us completely booked in. They've got a schedule, but they don't know how many rooms and things like that we need. And I want to make sure that I have all of my accommodations accounted for as well. And then, so that's my first step. And then my next step would be, I think what I know, I kind of in my head know what I want to do for the bus trip. And that's kind of, I guess that's what I'm going to do. And then I need to just figure out that for mileage. And then trying to concentrate so I don't clip through my hand here. And then I'll be getting the bus schedule too. And it's so funny because if it's a Christmas tour, they got specials on Christmas rides, but not for next year. You know, anything before the end of the year is on sale right now if you book it early. which they're considering it early. To me, this is late, but they're calling themselves trying to make sure that they get the money for the bus trips. That's what they're trying to do. So, and the thing about a bus trip, you don't really know if you're getting a discount or not, because it's all based on mileage and how much gas costs and how much time. So, and none of those variables are the same. So, you know, it's suggestive is what I guess I'm saying. Because who knows what gas is going to be next June. One time I did have them go up on me the 2022 retreat. They did go up on my price. And you don't know that until like a week before the trip. And it was because of gas mileage. The cost of gas. All right. That's one. Carissa's talking about she leaves her Halloween stuff out all year. I'm not even classifying it as quote Halloween. It's just sewing machine, so it's sewing related to me on this particular thing, but I do know what you mean. Mary says some people are already opening their magic Christmas boxes. Yep. You know, the good thing is most YouTubers are going to label their video to let you know that that's what it is. So I would not be clicking on those videos. So I thought about even pre-recording mine so that I could just release them and I wouldn't have to worry about being up every night at midnight. I thought about that too. But I haven't decided yet. I kind of like reading the comments from what you guys would do while I'm live, because sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it might make me figure out something else that I could do with it or keep it if I'm going to pass on it because of something that you all said in the chat. And then if I do that, sometimes, like when it comes time to a quilt retreat, I might end up sliding some more things into that because it's like, I'm not going to do that. But it give me time to at least think about it, and it still gets donated anyway. So, to a tea quilter. So yeah, I've been sitting up here all day in a different shirt. And then when it's time to record, it's like, what am I going to put on? I'm like, girl, put on that shirt you had Wednesday because you only wore it an hour. It's like, nobody washing clothes you only had on an hour. Hey, Melinda C. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up button. Thanks to everyone that has hit the thumbs up. You don't want to do that. Was watching TV last week and cutting fabric. Cut the tips of my fingers off. Girl. I seem to only do that when I'm cleaning them. Just dumb. I had to end up going to the emergency room, and it's like, it is so crazy because I knew nothing was hanging off. It was that I couldn't get it to stop bleeding, and then I also knew that at this point I probably needed another tetanus shot. So that's another reason I went. But if I wrap my hand up and then it don't stop bleeding when I go to change out the bandage like quickly, because you need to get stitches early if you're gonna get them. So yeah, it wasn't like my skin wasn't hanging off. It was just open because I was cleaning the scissors, so it just went across the blade. It was like the tip of my finger. Yeah, really crazy. But yeah, and then you go in. And my husband went with me this time. Normally I go by myself because of other extenuating circumstances, which I'm not going to throw him under the bus because it's funny. But I've had to take myself. I've been to the ER twice for a rotary cutter incident, okay? Driving in the car like this, with this hand driving, this hand up over the heart, trying to make sure I don't get it down too low. Just craziness. So yeah, I forgot all about I had to do this. So this will take a little bit of my time today, but that's okay. They'll be done now. And for those that are just coming in and don't know what I'm doing, I'm actually cutting the shape of the retreat badges out of Peltex. This is what is inside your badge to make it stiff so that it doesn't curl all up. So yeah, I'm cutting these out for, I'm still working on retreat for 2025 because starting next month, well, yeah, next month, I'll be working on retreat stuff heavily, trying to get stuff done. My, not retreat, quilt show for my quilt guild. So it was a couple of things on my list I wanted to get off. One is I had the quilt lecture for my guild. So they can only get so much of my time at any given point. And so that was my focus for them. And then I'm also working, I need to get all of the stuff for retreat done. So once I get the stuff for my retreat done, then, and I don't have to have all these badges done, but at least have all the cutting, everything that I need cut, so that when it's time for me to get to the machine, you know, I can make some of these live as well. But, you know, it'll be a lot easier if I have everything cut ready to go. And there is a little piecing. I have to make like a rail fence block, because that's what the background is a rail fence. So I have to pre-make those. And then I have to also pre-make all the names on the computer too, because I don't punch them in here at the machine. That'll take way too long. So I'm looking forward to, I'm already looking forward to 2025's retreat. Is that a shame? That means time is going to be flying. Let's see, who else is in here? Mono Nadu says, hello, welcome. Cynthia Shades here. T says her Missouri Star box is tucked away in guest room. She did that last year too. I don't even think she opened it even on Christmas. I think she was late opening it, but that was good. Deborah Sims says, T, what is the size for block to be exchanged at retreat? It's going to be a 4-inch finished block. Eventually, you're going to get a newsletter that's going to have some of the basic information about retreat available for you. You won't have anything about patterns or fabrics or anything like that, but you'll know about the blocks. You'll know about types of t-shirts you should be having. You'll know why you need to have t-shirts. You'll have a reminder about making sure you bring your badges. It'll be all kinds of reminders. You're going to eventually get that. I haven't sent anything to Gail yet. Now, Gail's at retreat, and I think Gail's been to every retreat. So she can probably go ahead and start collecting some of that stuff from previous emails. But you will be getting information. I want to make sure that everybody has it by the holidays, because some people get time off either for Thanksgiving or Christmas, because most jobs will give you one or the other or both. If you work for that type of company, and then you can work on that type of stuff, get that out the way. So you will be getting that information soon. I'm trying to get retreats paid right now, so I only got so many minutes I can devote to stuff. I still got kit cutting that I need to do. I haven't done any this week because I've been working on my lecture, which I had not done, I realized, since 2019. And I had to go find all of these quilts, and it took me way longer than I thought. And then even when I thought I had them all, there was a couple in Christmas, and I just said, okay, we're just going to use one. You know, there were a couple in other holidays. One was in the Halloween quilts I just showed. I'm like, I'm not pulling that back out. So I kind of like modified the thing, added some new stuff, took out some of the older stuff. So yeah. Because even though I am a member of my guild, I hardly ever do show and tell. I just don't even remember to take the stuff. So some of the stuff they saw that was old, some of the stuff that was new, they had not seen. So I'm also working on African Queen pattern, which I took a picture of my quilt, and I'm not happy with that picture to put it on my quilt. So I need to be around when the sun is just right on my deck. And so far I haven't caught that yet. It's because of this time of the year. Normally I can go from any time from 3 to 6 p.m. and that's not been a good time recently. So yeah. I'm trying, it's got shadows on it because of the, you know, shade, like the shadow from my deck bars, deck railing. It's showing in the picture. Tree branches are showing in the picture. So I could use it because it's an outdoor photo, but that's not what I want to put on the cover. So that's the main issue on, I think everything else is ready to go on the African Queen. Pattern. Haven't been counting. Oh, that's great. I only got one more after this. So then we can move on to the next thing on the agenda. After I read some comments, because I can't look at the screen, cut, and talk. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. I'll read some comments. Go ahead and get this last one out the way. And I'm just got my little scrap bag so I don't fill up my trash can again with all this stiff stuff. And we'll tie that up so we don't have it all over the floor. I'm thinking 24 is plenty unless somebody bribed me to be number 41. They're going to be in trouble. Because, or maybe, you know, me or Kevin will be in trouble, I guess. It'll be our stuff that we won't get. Everybody else will get their stuff, but Kevin and I won't have my stuff. And then Jennifer is also part of my committee. She came. Jennifer is a member of my small guild. She is not in chatting, but she watches the chats because all of a sudden she'll ask me about a pattern, or she'll ask me about something that I'm selling or clarification on something. And it doesn't happen very often. But I'm like, are you looking at my YouTube? She's talking about, yeah, I just don't comment. I'm like, okay. So you never know. I never know who's watching me, you know. So that's why I don't tell y'all a whole lot of stuff all the time on here. I don't show y'all stuff because they're watching. They're just not telling me that they're watching. That doesn't even look like 24 of them, but it is. So step number 1 is completed. I just recycle bags. Step number 1 is done. And matter of fact, I got these extra pieces up here. I can put this in this bag so I don't lose those. These are the ones that, those chisels that I miscut, or yeah, I miscut. No matter how I miscut them, I miscut them. they can go in here. And sit that there for a minute too. So let's get caught up on the chat. I think I got everybody. Hold on. Oh, Quilts by Cormel says, absolutely love Stash or Pass. I look forward to it. It's opening a new present for 25 days in a row. Right. Zandra Oldham is here. She says, hello to everyone. Welcome back, Zandra. Carissa says, you almost went to ER. Yeah, I almost went to ER too. It took almost half an hour to stop. Yeah, mine was because I had that blade open and pressed right into that blade, and it was so long that I'm like, no, we need stitches, because I didn't want, if you don't get stitches, then it takes longer to heal because the flap keeps peeling over when it's trying to heal, and I'm like, I ain't got time for that. Let me go get some stitches. So yeah. Remo's reminding you all to hit that thumbs up button for me. Quilt Gal's here. Her thumbs up is done. Thank you, thank you. T, are you inviting Teaquilters to So Busy Retreat for 2025? Yes. I have been bad. I just have not done it. I have not put the information out. I need to gather all the information, make sure I have the right dates. But yes, I am. Go ahead and send me an email as a reminder. And if the email doesn't respond back, say within a week or something like that, because I do need to get that out, because we need to do a head count. Because we start shopping normally the day after Thanksgiving. So we do need a head count so we know how many people to prepare gifts for. Or, you know, like door welcome gift bag, something like that, you know. Patsy Johnson is here. Hey, Patsy. And I see you too, Deborah. Thank you so much for understanding. Have you done a New York Beauty tee? I don't remember a video from you on them. I've shown you in a live chat where I was sewing New York Beauty. So put in Teaquilts New York Beauty because it's there. And I have a project that's in progress. It's all blues. I just haven't finished it because I got so many other things on my agenda. So, yeah. But I have one started, have probably 20-ish blocks. I'm just guessing the number right now. But, yeah, I do. Kevin, somebody, excuse me, Kevin want what? That's right. If we short, the committee don't get it, you know? What's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine. Laughing out loud. Tell that to the Teaquilters, because I ain't hearing it. Maybe you can cry like a baby and somebody will give it to you. Kevin Tomato always feels like somebody's watching me. Hey, Ken's World of Crafting. Welcome, welcome. T, working on my third back. They will see you Saturday. Laughing out loud. Yes, I got some other people saying that they were going to bring theirs in. So I got, how many I got here now? Because I cleared everything out so I could work on mine. I know what I need to do. I need to ask this lady if she still needs a t-shirt quilt for her other son by Christmas. Because I made three t-shirt quilts for line dancing last year. And then when I sent them to her like late November, because I didn't want them in December's mail, she asked me for another one. It's like, I don't have time for that. Not that quick, because I asked her ahead of time, how many do you need? So I had planned for what I had. I didn't have time to make another one. I could have made another one in a month, but I didn't have time because I was doing other stuff. So I didn't have time to make it. So I need to see if she needs a t-shirt quilt made real quick. So that might be something that I'll be working on. It's going to have to go in front of everything because she asked me technically last year, but I just ignored it, you know. It's like I cannot. I didn't have anything to stitch. I literally cut the chunk of my fingertip off. Carissa, I'm not reading no more of your stuff here. Okay. Oh my God. Thank you, Benita. Carissa says she is going to go look for the video, so good. Penny Pipes, welcome to the live chat. New name in the chat, so welcome. Appreciate you commenting. Sue says she had a productive week. 4 quilts were done, so that's good. Yes. And I think I'm done, right? Yay. Let's move this board. I got my big old roll of Peltex sitting here. Okay, I still got blocks. I got stuff out that goes into bags for stuff that is still in my car because I haven't taken it out. I've been taking one thing out at a time. So this stuff isn't out yet. I've been working on getting stuff in. I've been having like some back issues, and so I don't want to like overdo it in one setting. So I just been taking out a little bit at a time. Every time I go out there, I'll bring something in. All right, let's just tie this up so we don't have this all over the room. All this cut off Peltex. And I got some blocks missing off my wall. Hold on. This one fell, and I'm not going to remember which way I had them. Oh, I probably took a picture, though. So I'll just start with the top row. They're all intact. 1, 2, 3. And we need one more. Whoops, I just dropped that one. I'm not doing really good with keeping my blocks in order. So I'm going to look on my phone and see if I got a photo, because otherwise we're just going to be winging it. Trying to step over my bag of trash and my boat that fell. Move it out the way. All right. This phone. Pray we got a picture. Maybe a month ago I started this project, or 3 weeks ago. So let's see. There's my trash bag. Gallery. Okay. I gotta go to gallery. So that's why you take that's what the nice thing about cameras are for. If you take a photo of something, it's not as serious after that. I just gotta figure out when I took it. If I took it. Okay, I did not. I took it on September 23rd. Before I sewed with you guys, because I had already had some blocks sewn. But I don't think I took another picture, and I thought I did, but I don't see it. Nope. That is so weird that I didn't take a picture. Nope, it's not on here either. Just checking. All right. So, we are just going to sew these together. Sometimes it just be like that. And again, if I got beginner quilters here, if I have something that's like 15 inches or less, I don't normally pin unless I have matching seams to meet up. Then I pin. If you are sewing a block together, I recommend that you pin at both ends and at least one pin in the middle. Depending on the length, you may need to add more. Now, you will never see me put a border on without pinning. So this is advanced stuff here. If I'm teaching a beginner something, I would not be doing this. Use your pins, they're your friends. Oh, this was the one that I dropped off the wall. I had this one. And then I thought maybe it was going to be in the same direction, so that's not going to help me. Woo woo. All the blocks have the same seams, and so it doesn't matter about the seam where I put it. Hey, Dolores Phelps, welcome, welcome. I think I'm gonna push my shoes over this way. Are you one of those people that's so barefoot? I would be interested in knowing that. So let me know in the chat. Because if I have my shoe on, I can't feel my pedal. It's weird. So get the second row. We're gonna keep them in order this time. We're not gonna let anything drop. Like that. Everything in order this time. I got 5 rows of 4 blocks, 20 blocks. I don't know what's going on with the bottom row. The whole bottom row, because I don't have like a big design board. The whole bottom row is kaput. Kaput, I guess. So Darcy, Carissa, Remo, Kevin, Mary, Quilt Gal, also barefoot. And Bonita says, only on my commercial machine, I have to feel the pedal in order to get the right rhythm. Okay. So most people, a lot of people sew with without shoes on, so they sew barefoot. Melina, Pam C, Dolores, Melina, D. Branson, T. Say, what are you doing with the African Queen? What am I doing with the African Queen? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. Zandra, she sews with slippers. Yeah, because those are a little bit thinner, so you can still kind of feel through that. But yeah. if I put my, like sometimes I put my shoe so it'll rest right next to my pedal. Like I got on slip-ins. If I have on tennis shoes, I'll leave them on for a good, if it's, you know, for a chunk of time, and then eventually I'll get tired of them and take them off. But I'll leave my slip-in right next to the pedal, so when I come off, that's where I rest my foot. Well, I don't even want to be bothered with them, so I've got them both kicked over to this side. And I got one foot on the base of my chair, and the other foot's on the pedal. And when I pull it off, I just sit it where my shoe usually is. But I just guess I didn't want to be bothered with it today. So, no shoes today. Okay. The one thing we forgot about is the iron. I need to bring more water in here. Let that heat up. And we're going to take the first, I'm trying to figure out, like, why aren't my thread snips over here? They must have gotten knocked to the floor or something. I didn't know. I don't even see them. Okay. Let's see if I've got another one in here. I don't know. I got some, I got a pair of other gingers here. We'll use those. My other gingers. All right, I don't know. I have to investigate that, because I know I didn't take them to the lecture. Nikki B sews barefoot. Sue says always with shoes. And you said you didn't want the picture on the cover. It's for the pattern. So this is going to be my top row. I'm going to press everything to the right. Just picking a direction, no particular reason. For those that have forgotten what the strip cocoon block looks like, it's this. It looks like sort of a log cabin, but a spiral type of log cabin block. It's by GE Designs. So that's one. I'm gonna have to turn my mat on point so that I can get more space going across the middle, because these blocks are already bigger than my mat. I'm taking the picture that I took for the pattern for the African Queen. My version of it, I keep getting so many people asking me for the pattern. My version of it, I took a picture, but it's got shadow on it from the leaves and my deck railing. So I need to get a day where I can go out. Normally I take pictures from 3 to 6 p.m. and that's not the time that's working. And y'all already know I get up mostly at 11 because I'm up to like 5 most times working or just up. Last night I was just up reading instructions. So when I first get up, I do all my order processing, things like that, and then I get all of that stuff figured out, social media figured out, and then I fix something to eat if I think about it. Now, I put out a video yesterday. I can't remember if I put out the other video this week or last week. But I've been putting out a couple of videos too. So I've been editing, which also takes time. So I've been editing as well. And then it takes time for the stuff to process so that I can get it so that it's in memory. When I pull data into my editing software, I have to wait for it to spool so that my video matches what I'm saying. So that takes a little time, and then the editing process takes a little time, and then processing that video takes a little time. So uh-oh. Let me move this back over because I need to press this seam the other way. But I need to remember to turn this back, so we don't want to work with both of them at the same time. And this may not be hot enough because I've had it off now a good chunk of time, but we're going to try it. At least get it going in the right direction. So that's what I was talking about, getting a new picture. That's the only thing that's holding up the African Queen pattern. My version. Mine was on point. And I had one supersized queen. And and then the other queens were regular size. Janet McCarroll says, with house shoes she sews with. So Darcy's reminding you all to please hit the thumbs up button. So thank you, thank you. I need to be quilting the baby quilt since I got backing today, but I'm lollygagging. Right, we procrastinate a little bit. You'll get it done tomorrow at Carissa for Mary. Oh my goodness. Just want to make sure I hit this good with an iron. All right, so now we want to just turn this back around. This one here, I want to go to the left. Because when I do the rows, I want them to nest. No. Yeah, I've already sewed those two together. I'm like, am I sewing? Yeah, I got the first row sewed together. I'm right. You know, talking, quilting, ironing, all of that. It can be a bit much. All right. Then got to remember to press seams a particular way so they nest when I'm sewing my rows together. All right. And because I'm talking to y'all, I am not going to pull off any more rows. I'm going to sew 1 and 2 together. The board's already a mess. Stuff, like I said, the whole bottom row fell off. And then one block in the third row fell off. And the bottom row fell off because it didn't have much room to hang on there anyway. And it's been up there for 2 weeks maybe, or 3 weeks with no sewing. All right, row number 1. Do I have pieces to make half square triangles here? Yes, I do. So we'll do that. Here I go, looking at Ancora's. What's the right side? Either side. Either side, girl. All right. This one I need to flip and press the seam this other way, I think. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, because that's the second block. All right. This is row number 2. Put row number 1 on top. And I will pin my intersections because otherwise I wouldn't even know where my blocks end. One, two, three, 4. Okay. This is row number 1. If the seams are not going the right direction, it needs to be flipped. All right, we're right now. This is all because I'm doing too much. And I could have put a tape, you know, I got a tape thing right there. I could have done that too, but did I do that? No. Goodness gracious. We may just be relaying out the whole thing as I sew. Who cares? My goodness. Paula says, I like the block. Looks easy. And you can be real creative with color selection. Yeah. And this is it's a jelly roll project. So that makes it easy too. It's a jelly roll. Goodness gracious. At least put a number 1 on here for something. Just over here, just making it hard on myself. Minnie is here. Hey, Minnie Doula. Clovis says, I'm making binding for an African Queen wall hanging. I finished a while back. One of my favorite blocks to make. Yes. And I don't even have mine quilted. This is not right. I don't even have mine quilted yet. I didn't even pin this one right. So once I pinned the one wrong, I pinned them all wrong. I don't know what's going on here. Um, two. Yep, once I pinned one wrong, I pinned them all wrong. Okay. And then my seams are not going in the right direction. Which is a whole nother issue. We'll just push them to the other way they should go. And then I will, since I'm going to pin them anyway, all of this careful work, but it's not working today. All right. That's because I didn't have numbers on my rows like I should have. We will press them back the other way, either here or at on my big board, but they will be in the right direction. Take off my extra half square triangle. We'll set it right there. Let's see. Mary's asking me, do I like the Stripology ruler? I talked about that before. I use them. They all have a place. I like how hers is engineered, whereas the June Taylor, you basically can cut 4 things: strips, squares, 60-degree and 45-degree diamonds. I do like how she engineered her ruler, but I just don't feel like they're the most accurate cut. Are they close? Yes. But if you're doing something where you've got a lot of pieces in a block, that's probably not how I would cut. But I love the ruler and I do use it. I do use it. I still use the June Taylor ruler too. So, but she did a lot of engineering with it. Her ruler is very expensive and you're never going to get it for below a set price that's been set by the industry. So you'll never get that ruler at 50% off. You'll never even probably get it at 30% off. But I like the ruler, yes. One of the main things I like is if you can flip it around and then you can cut half, extra half unit. Or extra, is it an extra half or extra quarter? I don't do it that often. It's one or the other. So yes, I do like it. And then I want to look at these seams and press them in the right direction too. Because we can't have that. All right, this is my top row. Everything should be to the right, and it's not. The second row should be all going to the left. Or is it now the right since I've turned it? Yep, that's right. And this one needed to be pushed over. Oops. I'm taking the whole base with me. My water bottle's trying to come with me too. Go back over here to row 1. Let's check. Yes, row 1. Ooh-wee. All of my little string pieces are falling off the board because I took some off to show to my group. How to do mile a minute. I wanted to make a rail fence block with African fabric and 2.5-inch strips. Good or not so good idea. You're going to need to have a fabric, be it a white with black print that's African, that's going to, or a solid or some other color that's going to make it so that your rail fence pop out eventually. Because if you just do, you could do all Africans, but if you're looking for the rail fence trail, then that's a whole nother issue. You're going to need something for a place where the eye rests to make that design pop. So yeah, it's a good idea. Just got to plan it. Your quilts are pretty, Paul. I seen your stuff, girl. You know what to do. It just depends on if you just want the rail fence where it's all just scrappy, then you don't have to worry about it. But if you want the rail fence to show as it's coming down, then you might need to do something for that. But it would look pretty. Hi, guess who, Nancy? Mary's asking me, what would you do? How would you do it to make it more accurate? I would just rotary cut. Rulers with slots in them, your rotary cutter has that room to wiggle around in. When I'm cutting something big, I cut this out of there because I didn't need to make that many cuts. I was cutting from 2.5-inch strips, which, you know, the accuracy of those can be in question too. Pre-cuts. So I did cut this project, her project, out of with that ruler. However, if I'm doing a block that has a lot of pieces, 54, 40 Affliate, some kind of 45-degree diamond, the Lemoyne star, something like that, I'm going to rotary cut that because I need the accuracy. That's how I'm going to do it. I'm not going to use the ruler. So, this is 2 rows. Let's go get another row. That's when let's see, how did I put this block with was it that block or the bottom? It was the bottom block. So it's not that block, it's the next block, the next row. So the 3rd row is okay. Trying to pick them up in order. Mary says, I have a June Taylor ruler from back when I first started quilting. And I think the slots on it, when you put it in, you know, you have to like put it in kind of at an angle, then you lift up and go through. And if you don't, you just cut you're cutting your acrylic template. It's made out of plastic, so you're going to be rotary cutting it, and so it gets less and less accurate as you use it. I haven't used my stripology ruler to know if that happens because I just don't use strip rulers since I started die cutting. I used the June Taylor ruler a lot more early on because I used it for cutting scraps. Now I use my dies for that. so I don't do it as often. I just want to get this piece off so we don't lose it after sewing it. Okay. And then I gotta turn. I'll put these three together, put it back on the wall and see what it looks like. Alrighty. I have to look at this tone on tone too, because it's a very light color tan and it has white on it, and both sides look like it could be the right side until it's not. You know, when you put it up against another piece. All right, we're gonna press these seams. I think it's when I press the center seam that I got all discombobulated. All right. Thank you, Darcy. Says that looks so pretty. Thank you, thank you. I know you said it, but what's the name of the pattern you're working on? Strip Cocoon by GE Designs. And thank you, Nancy, as well. Said it's pretty. Thank you. And Mary says, haha, I have cut my ruler. Yeah, that's one of the reasons, you know. I don't like getting on here like talking about any particular product, but I do have to be honest with any response that I give. And it's not to say that I still don't use said product sometimes, but it's not my go-to per se. It just depends on what I'm cutting and when I will use it. It's not that I don't use it at all. I don't have that many different fabrics up here. I don't know why, but I'm trying to mix them up. But I don't have a whole lot of selection right here. But I got plenty in my box back there. I'm sewing. I got tired of sewing 1-inch half square triangle, so I'm sewing 2 inches. I'm trying to ignore those little 1-inch things. All right, this should be pressed this way, same way I just sewed it. All right. Row number 3 is over here. Rows 1 and 2. We only got 5 rows. It's 9:20. This goes right here. And I'm going to sort of kind of get them close together so that I don't make the pinning mistake that I did before. Because I did it. Just need 3 pins. Mary talking about Marty asked her what discombobulated meant the other day. I don't think I need my phone. I have it up here just in case I have to go do some kind of searching or something. But right now it's in the way. Bye, Kevin. Claudette Hall is here. Thank you. She says it's very pretty what you're working on. I had a guess. Who wouldn't leave? Girl, don't you start. That means they really loved your company. And Mary says, I appreciate your honesty at Teaquilts. Thank you so much. Yep, I just hate to do that. It's not like her product is bad. I just don't feel like it's worth that amount of money because it's still got, she's got more engineering into it, but it's still got the same issues to me as a June Taylor ruler. My opinion. And I'm probably the only one that will say that. Now, do I use her ruler and use her patterns? Yes, I do. I have her books. I have her patterns. So, and I got the ruler. I don't have my right stiletto up here. This is that seam I had pressed the other way, and it wants to do the memory thing on me, you know. But I got it. It's trying to beat me, but I'm not having it. Well, I'm glad you all think it's pretty because it's going to be donated gift. It's going to be given away. I'll probably just put some kind of meandering quilting on here. I'm not going to go overboard. I want to have it done for sure by the end of November. So that's doable unless I have to start working on this t-shirt quilt. But I still want it done. It's still going to be done. The nice thing about this is that it's my Christmas giveaway quilt, but it's not a Christmas print. So whenever you get it, you can use it. Whoever the winner is, shall I say. That's why I gave my, I did the raffle for the Halloween quilt early because I didn't want somebody to get it because we showed it Thursday. But by that time, I get it to you in the mail yesterday or today. And then Halloween, you'll be putting it right back up when you just got it. You know, you don't get to enjoy it. All right, let's sew this to this. Just got to make sure these are, this is one of those prints that have, it was, what do you call it? Dashiki. And so it's got some blank space in it. So it's just a solid piece of fabric. So I do need to look at it for the right side because it's a little bit shinier on one side. And of course I want the shiny side to show. Of course I do. All right. Let's see if I can press this row. I pressed one here. I don't like pressing the rows here. I normally skip this step. Wait till I get to the and I don't think I'm gonna put a border on this quilt because this was a jelly roll that I had a long time ago, and I don't have any matching fabric. So I think it's just gonna be, I don't know, it's these, I think these are 12-inch blocks. I have to measure it and see. I can't remember, that was a long time ago. It's been at least 3 weeks that I started this project. It was the Saturday, the 4th Saturday of September. So we're on the 3rd week now, I think. Yeah, 3rd Saturday. This is why I don't iron right here. It's too little. I think this is my last one. Well, I might do it if it's 2 rows, but not no 3rd one. Add it on. I want to put this back on the wall so I can see what's coming after it and see if I need to make some changes. I don't think it matters because I kind of put my blocks, you got 2 of every block. And so I put the first set of blocks up and then just put the second set of blocks up. So I think the only orientation I did was like I was trying not to put 2 like whitish background pieces together because they've got white in different patterns and stuff like that, but just so it wouldn't be this white glob in the quilt. But it's not like it's the same fabric, so it's not detrimental. So 3 rows, it's really pretty. You're not gonna see much of it because of where I am, but that's what it is. I'm gonna just, this is not even, my wall is not even wide enough, but that's okay. We'll just put it up here to hold it, just so I can line up the rows that are giving me a problem. Uh-oh, forgot to get pins. The big pins. I need something that can hold weight. All right. And then I want to step back. Of course, I just knocked my phone off that I put over there. I want to come back and look at it before I pick it up. So good night, Vivian. Darcy says Spirit is awake and wants to play, so I will have to go see you on Wednesday. That's her kitty. Mary saying she missed the Halloween quilt. Kim says I rarely use stripology. Thank you, Mary and Carol and Janet and Maddie saying that the quilt's pretty. Helena Carter is here saying hello to everyone. Welcome to the chat. And I think that's, oh, Monty Pep talking about I'm parched. Right, she's talking about me. You know, I drink liquids throughout the day, and then I come in here and the 2 hours chat, 3-hour chats, and then if I don't have something to drink, it's horrible right after that. I'm looking at this board, and I do have yellow, same fabric in the next row underneath, but at least it's rotated different because this is the reason why I tell you all that I don't consider pre-cuts like a jelly roll, layer cake. I don't consider them to be scrap quilts because they'll give you 40 fabrics, but then some of them are repeated. And then when you go to lay your quilt out, you can't like separate your fabrics as much, especially when each block needs 4 fabrics and you've got repeats. So you've got, say, 20, we'll give them 28 different fabrics or 26 different fabrics. It's hard to lay that out when you're using 4 per block. So, and you got duplicates. So yeah. But I'm trying to determine if I want to rotate one block. And I almost think I do. So that's the only thing I wanted to do. Because I don't want 2 light colors right there, but it can go there. Two. Here's 3 and 4. And then on the other row, I had the nerve, because it must have fallen off, to pin this block on here. So that I guess I would know what was, you know, right side up. I heard the pins pulling, but I didn't know what it was. So I'm just going to put the pins up at the top. It's the last block in the final row. I'm going to have to, how many is it? 4? 1, 2. Okay, it's behind. I put Miss Vivian's quilt box in front of it. I'm like, okay, where's the other one? I have it. All right, another piece of tape so we can use that as a reference. It won't right. This old raggedy Teaquilts pen. Sometimes they get mad at me when I don't write with them to write the first time. They be like, girl, we're not doing it. All right, that's number 4. Hi, Sandiago. Welcome, welcome. Sin Forest is here too. And T says she doesn't use the rulers, like the slotted rulers, because she always cuts them too. And Lana Ding says, I'm late working on embroidery shirts. So that's cute. I can't see this number though in pencil. We gotta try something else. If it's gonna be on here, at least let it work. That's a friction pen. I don't use them either. See, I'm writing on tape with it. I just don't know. I just never grasped the idea. Maybe you all can help me of just having a pen that's supposedly fix one solution but cause another one. I just don't have time for that. I'm like, I've been marking with stuff for years and never needed a friction pen if it was gonna come back when it got heated, you know. I didn't understand that. So I'm not a fan. I got that one because it was given to me as a gift, because I don't even buy them. I probably bought it when it first came out, and then people started realizing all the issues, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done with that. So I don't understand that. I said I was gonna measure this. 7, 5 is 12 and it's 12 and a half inches, 12-inch finished. Good night, C Joy. I got my chair. Oh. Oh, I had my bag of strings in here because I was making blocks. I couldn't find my demo pieces. I normally keep them in here in this cabinet back here, this right here. But for some reason, like I said, it was 2019 the last time I did that lecture, but I couldn't find my demo pieces, but I found all the quilts eventually. And then I decided I wasn't going to use some. So, but yeah, or I wasn't going to go to that section and pull it anyway. So, yeah, just weird. See, I'm already using duplicate blocks because this quilt's not that big. Like I said, it's 20 blocks. I've already sewn 12 in the 3 rows, so it's not that many blocks. The blocks piecing took the longest time to do. Sewing these together are pretty easy. So and then I'm gonna go put this up on the board, but pin it on the piece that I already got up there because I just needed to make sure this row was fine. Now I got to make sure the bottom row is fine because all the entire bottom row fell off. It is nothing. I'm still looking. I don't know why I won't just sew, but you know, it's just that. It's that. I want to make sure for sure the background print is on the right side. Set this over there. Let's see. This is piece number row 4 is here. So I want to press this that way. I could have sworn I just heard the cat. The outdoor cat, for those that don't know. All right, this is 4, so I can pull it up higher. And then I can look at row 5 underneath. Move Miss Vivian's box. It's time to get her closer to the long arm section. All right, I need more pins though. All right, I'll be out of frame for a minute. I just got to get the blocks up here. See, that block is the same fabric. Just can't get around it. When you have a block, this block goes right here. This is the block that goes under there, right there. And then this block goes right here. All right, that works. Just long as none of the same fabrics touch, right? Yay. Let's just stick these pins in the wall for right now. And so now we have row 5. All right, piece of tape. All right, let's go. I only got 2 more background half square triangles out. Mary says she uses friction pins very sparingly and carefully, and I have some I was given. Another thing I've noticed is that many designers are going to specialty rulers. Yeah, that's always been, I remember there were a spell where seemed like every time you bought a pattern, they had some particular ruler that they wanted you to purchase. And that is why I have learned different ways of making things. It's like if you saw a pattern that was sold by Teaquilts, and then Teaquilts are only going to tell you how to use it with their papers. And so I didn't want to use those papers. And so, you know, I had to learn a long time ago to figure out how to make something and make it the way I want to make it. So, yeah. But that used to be really popular, and then we kind of got away from it with pre-cuts because they were doing everything with a pre-cut. And then now we're back to, you still can use your pre-cuts, but back with specialty rulers. And it's not just, you know, it's all kinds of specialty rulers out there. So don't just think one person is doing it. No, it's a lot of specialty rulers. What's her name? She have a block of the month, and then you had to buy a whole template set in order to do her block of the month. And then come out next year with another block of the month and a different size template set. I'm just blocking her name right now. Very popular quilter. You know, if it works, it works. If you're making money, you're making money. I'm like, you know, I'm one of those people, I don't like using like the same fabric all the time. So I can't sew another one that's exactly the same. So we're gonna go find some other stuff to sew. Just some other pieces, you know, same thing, but we can put those up. We're tired of looking at those. We'll take some of these out because we were getting short anyway. I probably need to cut some more. And okay, so what I'm gonna do is just take one of each set out. And just to have something to sew. My OCD is kicking in. It's like I can't do it anymore. When I get ready to make my blocks, I want to have a good variety. I don't want to be trying to figure it out later, you know. Did I have this one in there? Nope. You're in there now. Some of them I like stack cut. And yeah. That's a different color. This can go. That's the same. And you. Yep. All right, so we've just gone through that stack. That's enough to, and we're gonna put these up because I cannot look at you. All right. Sewing on one project, completely stopped so I can get some different pieces for a whole different, don't have anything to do with me project. But Kim, it's all about thread management. Oh boy. No, not Jen Kingsworth. I don't know. Not her. Her daughter name is Stacy. I'm just blocking their last name. Marty. Her name is Marty Michelle, because it's Stacy Michelle. It's Marty Michelle. She built a whole business around templates. So, yeah, that's who it is. Mary, you helped me because of Marty. Her daughter's name is Stacy. She does more applique stuff. She does like Hawaiian applique type designs too. Well, she was known for that back then. I don't know what she's doing now because I haven't seen her. I actually took classes with them. They came to one of the Illinois Quilt Guilds. I wasn't a member, but I was also a teacher. They have like 3 or 4 teachers when they have their quilt retreats, and then you sign up for classes. And so when I wasn't teaching, I went over, I don't know if I took her class or if I just went to Stacy's lecture, because I was teaching myself, so I don't know if I went to a class. All right, see where these numbers are. Then that means they go like that. Like that, like that. Miss T, I also have a cat that doesn't belong to me. Yeah. And right now, we have 2 of our deck chairs, like, they don't stack because of the arms. So we got them inverted, like one is upright and then the other chair is on top of the arms, face down, so that rain and stuff, you know, won't settle into the seats unnecessarily, trying to cover it that way, because we like put we've used plastic, and every time, by the time the end of winter, them things are not covered in plastic. Okay, so we gave up on that. We're gonna try 2 years to get them to stay. So right now he's nestled in the seat of the chair that's upright with the other chair over him. And I think he did that because I had bought him a cat house, but the cat house is only one way in and out. Whereas the chair, he can get out from either direction if some predator is trying to get to him. So I do think the cat is pretty darn smart, in my opinion, to figure that out. Now I got a whole new batch of fabrics to be trying to make sure they're right side up. I just flip them. Sometimes I look to see which side is more vibrant, and then I choose that side. Sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't. That time it did. That's why I look, because every once in a while it does matter. Okay. And let me see what the other people are using to mark. I like to use Taylor's chalk instead of marking pen, so that's cool too. I do like chalk. I can just brush it off or use like a damp cloth or something to get it off. Mary says it depends on what I'm making. I use charcoal liners a lot. Marty likes Taylor's chalk also. Good night, Janet. We got 9 minutes. Krista Moser has specialty rulers on Kingsworth B. Haas specialty ruler. I think I have some of her rulers. I like her work, but I don't think I've ever done one yet. But I do have her ruler. I don't know if I've got one or both of her rulers in both sizes, or if I just bought one size. I'm almost thinking I've got more than one. Kim's in the chat. There you go, girl. Save the thread. Carissa says, I do use those charcoal ones as well as Taylor's chalks mostly. My go-to, I do also have a fine tip chalk pencil from Bohemian that I love for dark fabrics. And that's when I use a white marking pen. I still use the purple marking pen because it does disappear. Sometimes it'll disappear if you don't mark today for sewing tomorrow, because it does depend on how much humidity you have, and we have a lot of it in Missouri, so it don't last very long. But when I'm working, I have to mark something, like if I need to know where center is of something that I'm quilting, it comes in very handy for that. So I do like the disappearing purple pen. The blue pen, you're going to make sure that you're going to be washing whatever you use the blue pen, because you can mark and erase and you think it's gone and then it dries up and come back. But if you submerge it into water, then it tends to disappear. So Mary says, haha, T, glad I could help. Right. I have a whole drawer full of those Marty Michelle templates. I don't know what I was thinking when I bought them. And it's so funny because I've been trying to sell the set. I think the set was very expensive. I can't remember what I paid now, but I'm thinking for a whole set of templates of anything, you're going to be spending over $100. I can't even sell them for like $10 because every time I take them to my guild to try to resell them, nobody wants it. So nobody buys it. I've done it like 3 times and still haven't sold them, sold those rulers yet. It's like I can't even get $15 off these rulers. Goodness gracious. Yeah, Lana, we talked about GE enough. I'm not discussing them anymore. Some people say they use chalk. I used to use a hair mark a long time ago, and it really does work. I used it when I was mostly dressmaking. I don't know why I never used it for quilting, so that's weird. But yeah, I used to use that too. And like if I'm just drawing a line for sewing, I just use a regular ink pen or a pencil. Because most of the time you're going to be either sewing on the line or cutting the line. So it doesn't matter which one it is. So I don't really worry about that one either. So this is row number 5. We're going to get row 4 off that I pinned up there. Got my little extra string blocks over here. My bag from me making string blocks for my guild presentation. I forgot it was behind me. It was stopping my chair from moving. Okay, see, this is 2 different light fabrics, but you will never probably know it in the video, but it is. So I'll go ahead and we got 5 minutes. I'll sew this row. I got just one more. I could just sew this thing together and be done, Are we having a late night? Should we get all 5 rows sewn together on the gift that I'm drawing, the drawing prize that I'm doing, so it can be done. And the next step would be quilting. So it's 12 times 4 is 48 by 60 is the size. It's like a lap quilt. But I don't have any fabrics that match this. I just don't. These are not, this is not my usual palette. I kept it because it wasn't my usual palette and I was drawn to it for some reason. So, yeah. I don't have that much, you know, it's not going to take me that much longer. I probably won't even press the last seam because it was so difficult to press 3 rows before. I got through the 2 rows pretty decent, I thought, but when I got to that 3rd one, it was a challenge. And Lana says template for Marty and Michelle were expensive, and I have a wall rack full of it. Yeah, and like I said, I don't know. I've even put the rulers on Facebook Marketplace, and nobody has contacted me about them in St. Louis. So nobody here is trying to be bothered with them things anymore. But it was like every time you did one of her, I had a quilt shop that we were doing the blocks of the month, and we had to have them because she would never tell you what the cut size was. She would only tell you what template to use. And so I did it one time, and when the 2nd year came around and she was pulling that stunt again, I said, I am not doing that. And I have had those templates. I wasn't trying to sell them the whole time, but I've been trying to get rid of them for at least 7 years. And I don't take them every year. I take them about every 2 or 3 years, try to sell them, because you have new people come into the guild. You know, never know what people are interested in. But I have not been able to sell those. And I don't even think I could give them away at this point. $15 is giving them away. Maybe I need to put them on my website. Put down their used templates. And somebody will buy them and pay shipping because it's cheap. I have to find them again because, you know, after we have our flea for all every August, and then I just toss that container somewhere until it's next time to do it. And I go through there and decide what I'm going to take and not take. But I took them this year and they still didn't sell. We had a lot of, well, we didn't have like a lot of new members, but I'm going to say we probably had about 7 or 8 new members. So I was hoping somebody would like say, yay. Did not happen. It's 9:59. So for those that are leaving, thank you so much for watching. Also, as you're leaving the chat tonight, make sure that your thumbs up has been hit. I appreciate it so much. I'm going to add this to the other rows so that I can, this quilt top will be done. It can get out of this room because I'm not able to sew right now, and it's just silly for me to let this sit here like this. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to be over about 15 minutes, something like that. So I know it's late for some of you guys, especially on the East Coast. You got an extra hour. But I got things to do. I need to figure out a back. You know what? I got that whole bolt of fabric that I put on the back of my H blocks. I might use that because it's in this color family. And that will work. I'll use that. Cut 2 pieces. about 70 inches long and call it a day. Don't do anything special. All right. This is row 1 up here. Let me get this done. Try to grab it by the corner so I can get my seams close so we don't miss pin again. Because that's what threw the whole thing off. I was pressing seams one way and they had to go back the other way. Because I mispinned. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just go ahead and make it easy on myself. Put a pin in the middle too. Why not? I got plenty. Okay. Carissa says I'll be up all night, so I'm here for it. Got some night owls in here. I gotta go back and finish reading. Oh, I need to fix me something to eat. I had just some pastrami with some pepper jack cheese earlier today, and then I had like 3 chicken strips from Hardee's. So I'm hungry. I didn't even have fries or anything, just 3 chicken strips. So I'm hungry. I probably need to cook something to eat because I'm gonna be up. I can at least fix something to eat for myself. Yay, we're almost finished. One thing nice about being left-handed is that I don't have to put my pins in up at the top edge where I have to pull them out. So when I do pin, I don't have to take them out right then. Sometimes I do, but I don't have to if I don't want to. I can just keep right on going. Or are they hard to use? They're tiny to hold on to. Some of them are very tiny. Hi, Paula M. Paula M. Ray is saying good night to everyone. Stay safe still and have fun as well. Good night. Paula says, I love pastrami. Yeah, I hadn't had pastrami in a long, long time. Like, probably since a kid. So it was okay. It wasn't nothing. I probably won't buy it again for a while. I think I should have got a name instead of getting deli salami that they had pre-cut at the store. I should have just went and got a name brand, or had the brand that I wanted cut, because it just wasn't the same. It was too thin. But I ate it. And I got a lot more of it. I might end up taking it to my brother tomorrow so he can eat it, because he don't let anything go in the trash. All right, I think I'm done. I'm going to go ahead and cut this because I don't think we're sewing anymore. And cut this off. I've only got this one seam to press, but I have a feeling it's gonna be a nightmare on this little mat here. We'll try. Get it done, and I can take it straight to the... You know what I might do, though, is I might... all of my seams are not pressed open, but I still like to stay stitch around the edge whenever I don't put a border. That's a border that's not pieced on my quilt. I like to stay stitch around. If it's piece, I like to stay stitch. But this one don't have a, you know, a piece of plain fabric border. I just like to do that so if I get a little pull from the long arm, it doesn't take my seams out. I shouldn't have a problem, but since I'm here just talking, I said 15 minutes. I think I can go around this. I think I will. I don't want to sew anything else to it, though. We definitely don't want that. I got to get those containers out my car to put those pieces back up. Okay. That's good. And I can cut this iron off. And let's cut this back on. Go ahead and do that. I don't have a lot of seams, but I just still like to do it. Carissa says she's laying down, downloading free paper piece and patterns. Paula says, even if thin, it still tastes good. It just, I like it with a little, that's a little more meaty, I guess. I folded them in half on the crackers too. It still wasn't the same. I think it was just the brand. Like my deli was closed because I went Thursday after I had given my lecture, and the deli section of the grocery store was closed. The fish part was closed. And so they had, what they do is the stuff that people buy most common, they'll just pre-package some before they close, and then they'll just put it there for you to pick up. So you have to get their measurements. You can't, you know, you're not telling them how much you want. But I don't know. I might just take it to my brother. You know, I've, you know, gained a little weight since menopause. So I am one of those people that if I'm going to have weight, I'm going to at least say I enjoyed it in the process, you know. So I don't eat anything that I'm not in love with. If I'm not starving, I'm not eating it just because. I'm not going to throw it away. I'll just give it to my brother, but I'm not eating it just because. So I'm just one of those. I don't even know if I got this on high speed or not. You probably do, yep. Oh, I know what I can put on here. This shape. I got a quilt design that's very similar to this Van Gogh. I got Van Gogh that kind of looks like this fabric. I don't forget what this fabric is called. All of that was a long time ago. I'll put Van Gogh on here. Uh-oh, my thread broke somewhere. It's like, girl, you going too fast. You doing the most. It's not even hanging out the bottom. Look at it. It was like 2 pieces. I don't know if you can see that, but this is 1 piece. Just in the tension disc. And this feels funny. I'm going to cut that whole end off. I'm not rethreading it. Okay. Go away. Little warning signs. All right. Right here, I'm gonna stick my ends out. At least I didn't say the T word. See, this is when I know I need to go to sleep or something. I start to get real crazy. Oh my goodness. Miss T, maybe you couldn't fit the whole cracker in your mouth with the pastrami. That was some bad pastrami. I just need some good pastrami. I won't be buying that again. I'm gonna have to go to Deer Birds or something. Snooks will not get me again. Because the pastrami you had was good. I did. So I had pastrami. I forgot. Because that was what we had on that trip. You know, I didn't get much. Kevin. Okay. I think I got one more side. All right. One last side, I think. Yep. I don't have to worry about anything fraying. If it frays, it'll stop at my sew line. I'll just leave a sticker on the top row. Not that it matters, because it doesn't matter what's top or bottom. But I'll keep the one sticker on here, piece of tape. I need to start figuring out if I'm gonna make stuff for my family members or not for Christmas. Or do I just go, what's your Cash App? Most of them I have their Cash App already. I didn't start in the corner because I wasn't thinking about fraying at the beginning. So let me go over just this 2 inches so I don't have to worry about fraying. All right. Now we can cut her off. Good night, Bernie. So now it's ready for the long arm. Don't have to do anything else to it but make a back. And I know the measurements, so I'll just cut whatever I need. So that one seam, I had a whole boat of fabric I must have got, you know, at a good price. You know, when you buy the whole boat, the price must have been good. So I've used it on 2 quilts. I don't remember what is it on this? Oh, it's this quilt. It's the the aqua quilt that I showed you all with the African prints. It's on the back of that, and it's also on the back of my H blocks. So it's almost the same color palette, so I'm going to use that. I'll be getting rid of that. So let's see. Let me read the comments before I get out of here. I only like boar's head deli meats. And I think this was boar's head, but I think it was just I think they cut it too thin. That's what I think. It was so thin that it was not like meaty pastrami. It just wasn't meaty. It just was eating like paper thin. And like I said, I folded it in half and it still didn't. I just think they cut it too thin. So I'll go to somewhere else next time. That was Kim saying that. I just like to bite into a piece of meat, something to chew. Good night, Sin Forest. Thank you. Paula says, yep, our store deli sell pre-cuts too. Great to grab if you're in a hurry or deli is closed. Yeah. And I normally don't have an issue like if I get some boar's head turkey, something like that, because I'm always looking for the low sodium turkey. So it's great to when they have it pre-cut or something like that. But yeah, but I'm gonna start. This was my only time buying pre-cut. So next time I will make sure that I just stand in line and wait for my stuff. Get exactly what I want. Lana telling Kevin he's gonna get it. He said that was my summer sausage, Miss T. You didn't get much because you didn't open, close, chew, and swallow. Right, because you kept chomping down on the bit. I'm like, before I can even make the next sandwich on the cracker, you were already done. Like, hello? Don't feed Kevin, y'all. I'm just telling you. I'm going to give him some. Nobody warned me. Nobody warned me. I'm warning you all. Don't feed Kevin. Bottomless pit. Oh, my God. She did say she found 10 paper piece in New York beauty blocks, so that's cool. Miss T, did he eat most of it? Yes, he did, Nancy. Yes, he did. Very cute quilt top. Thank you, Patsy. Come back in November because I'm going to be having a drawing and I'll be talking about what you got to do to enter it. I just would like to have the whole thing done before I do a video on it. So it's going to be a drawing. It's my Christmas gift to the Teaquilters. I don't know if any of you have heard or missed the live chats, but I am not participating in the 12 days of Christmas. I was invited back, so there is no heartfelt feelings. I decided not to do it, number one, because I didn't want to give out another Christmas quilt. Number two, I never could attend the meetings because my Saturdays are filled with other events. And so I was never able to attend the meetings. I asked, tried to get meetings on different days. That could never happen for all the other people that were participating. And I felt like I was always behind. I don't like feeling like I don't know what's going on. I don't like feeling like I'm always behind. So I decided not to do that this year and do my own thing. And so I'm on my own schedule. And so I like that a whole lot better. And then I can make a quilt that's not a Christmas quilt. Although I adored my Christmas quilt that I gave away so much that I made it again. But I didn't make it in Christmas. I actually made it in African fabrics. So I would not give away anything that I wouldn't keep for myself or that I didn't like. So, but I told y'all when I gave that quilt away, I was going to make me one. I know y'all thought she just talking crap. But nope, I got my quilt. I just got to quilt it now. I had to get the borders on it. I got the borders on it. I think on the top and bottom border, I still haven't pressed them, which is so weird. I took them back into my area where my pressing station is, but I just never pressed it because every time I go back there, I'm working on something else. So I'm doing that instead. I've been cutting kits. So that's what I've been pressing. Who wants to press after you've been pressing fabrics for kits? Jalapeno and cheese summer sausage is my favorite. Thank you, Carissa, saying so very pretty. Minnie says, Kevin, you trying to get in trouble? Yes, he is. He don't care. I'm not feeding you, Kevin, anymore. I learned my lesson. Not anymore. Although, in saying that, like, as long as the food is not on his plate, like, he'll buy you stuff and he doesn't care what it costs. So he'll buy you food. But as far as like eating off Kevin's plate, it's gone, honey. It is gone. If you don't get that taste early, it's gone. You look up. It's been times we've been sitting in a restaurant, and by the time I get like my food situated with the condiments, if I need anything on it, you know, and I look up and Kevin's already finished. I was like, you done? Do you need more food? Kevin's, I am one of those people, though, that like to eat my hot food hot and my cold food cold. So I like my food. I thought I ate pretty fast because they tell you should eat in 20 minutes because it takes that long for your brain to recognize, and your stomach, I guess, to recognize that you're full. But I'm one of those people that I've always just eaten what was on my plate for the most part because I like my food hot. So, Kevin talking about that food gone. Uh-oh, guys, I must be running out of power. I thought my thing was at 100%. Sometimes I find it uses power fast, and sometimes it doesn't. But Kevin talking about that food was gone. You're right, because I have never, I thought I ate fast. I said, I do not eat fast. Kevin eat faster than me, so he like his food, I guess, the same way. Hot food, hot, cold food, cold. No, he's never, like, Mary's asking Kevin, did you try to eat off, I guess, her plate? And the answer is really no. Except for one time when we went to this, I was testing out this restaurant that I used to go to a long time ago. Very expensive place. It's in, by the retreat center in Frontenac. And so Kevin and I went during lunchtime. I had only been doing dinner. So after COVID, I wanted to go back and make sure that the food was still good because a lot of places lost their chefs. People saying that they weren't going to be working. Some places only went to dinner times and things like that. So when they opened everything back up, they opened up their full restaurant. So Kevin and I went for lunch. This is story time with T. So Kevin and I we going at lunch. Now keep in mind, and I wasn't thinking this when Kevin and I went, and the prices didn't reflect this either. But sometimes you go to restaurants at lunchtime, they have a lunch portion serving and a dinner portion serving, and it didn't stipulate any of that on the menu because a lot of the menu, it was a new menu because of COVID, and then what they could cook, what they had to offer was a smaller menu, of course. This was probably could be 2021 because it was 2022's retreat. It could have been the end of 2021 or early 2022. So keep in mind the time frame. So they had, the menu was nice because this is an upscale restaurant. But it was a one-page thing. It wasn't like we got the big book. Okay, we had this card that we had to order off of, which is what we did. Now, I don't know if they had the full menu and she just didn't offer it to us. I don't know why she wouldn't, but that's what we got. So we looking at the menu. We both are gonna order two different things. We're planning this. We're talking because we're trying to see if we're gonna bring the Teaquilters here. And so Kevin's gonna order one thing. I think he got crab cake. Did you get crab cake, Kevin? And I got, was it salmon? Okay, he said, yes, ma'am. And so what we were going to do, we had already said before it come out that we were going to sure, you take half of mine, I'll take half of yours, because we really wanted, both of us really wanted the crab cakes. And so, but we also wanted to make sure both of us were on the same, this food is good or bad type thing. And then it had some little side to it. I don't know what the sides were, but it was only one, which lets you know again that this had to be some kind of a lunch menu, not a dinner menu. So we're sitting there talking, having a great time. Food comes out. This restaurant the plates are just beautiful. Or shall I say the saucer? It's really beautiful. And there's a lot of saucer that I can see. They use white plates. And they had it decorated with, the stuff that they put on it to decorate. And you still have a lot of white space. And in the middle, for Kevin, I bet his salmon patty was that big. But it could have been like this thick, okay? But I had been there before. We had ordered appetizer salmon patties, and we had like 3 or 4 on a plate. That we had 15 people there for a birthday party, that we were passing the plate around so everybody could taste, because we had ordered about 5 or 6 appetizers, and we was just passing them around for everybody to just get a knife, cut off you a piece so that everybody can taste what they had to offer. So I'm telling you, when the food come out, Kevin and I, we ain't said a word. We ain't even looked at the waitress. But we looking at each other like, are you kidding? And I bet you any money we spent about $75 for them plates, okay? Well, I spent, because I'm thinking I probably took Kevin, so I probably paid because it was my great idea, because we were going for Teaquilts. But I bet you we spent $75 for a saucer that was mostly clear. And then I think might have had like I don't know if Kevin got French fries and I got some other kind of side, but I'm telling you, this saucer, kind of square-ish saucer with the rounded corners. You know what the white dishes I'm talking about. But it was not plate size. It was like saucer size and had plenty of white space left. And then my salmon was bigger than Kevin's. And I said to Kevin, the first thing I said to him when the food came out, I said, I bet you glad now that we got to split this in half. Because my salmon probably wasn't much bigger. It was as thick, but it was probably just a little bit bigger than his. It was in a cube. His was in a circle. That was the littlest salmon patty I had ever seen. It was thick, but it was the smallest circular salmon patty I had ever seen in my life. And thinking you're going to feed an adult. It was like a kid plate. I kid you not. It was a kid plate. And Kevin, to my question is about the food was, where is it? Laughing out loud. Right. It was hilarious when we were in this nice restaurant. And we trying not to cut up because Kevin and I both have the same mental connection when it comes to stuff like that. And it was like, I cannot. But he was like, you don't have to share, Miss T. We don't have to share a place. I said, I do want you to still taste it. So I went on ahead, sliced mine in half. He sliced his in half. I had never been to a restaurant, spent that much money, and walked out still hungry, but ate everything that was on the plate. Okay, even the green stuff, the stuff they smear on, we eating it all because that's all we got. Okay. Because it was not a lot of food. And I said, okay, I cannot bring the Teaquilters here. Food is fantastic. Food is fantastic. But I have never been back. I need to go back, and I need to go back at dinner time. Because I do love the food. I just would like to know if tell me ahead of time if I need to order like 2 plates or something. because this was terrible. And I don't eat a whole lot. Like, I don't, like, if I had chicken for my main meat, just give me a leg or a thigh. I don't need 2 pieces of meat. I don't need a big breast. I'm one of those people, I don't even eat a lot of meat, but that was not enough meat. When I'm not satisfied with meat, if I'm walking out hungry, something's wrong, because I don't eat in volume like that. He talking about $75 for the crab cakes in the shape of 3/4. He's so crazy. It was not big at all. It took everything we had not to burst out laughing. And then we had to tip her, of course. It wasn't her fault. It was hilarious, though. Oh, my God. I need to go back now and see if they back realistic or not. Oh, my God. Hi, Sue Ellen. 2 bites and it was gone right. And well, especially for Kevin, it was like, once he split the crab cake in half, that was Kevin's regular 1 bite, okay? Me, I probably ate 2 or 3 bites off of it, because that's just... Sorry, guys, my battery is giving me low battery, so I'm gonna have to get off of here. But it was like Kevin's 1 bite to maybe me having 3 smaller bites. But yeah, I had never seen anything like it in my life. And I just couldn't. But the food was so good, though. Kevin talking about, I'm on the floor snorting. Miss T, don't you start. Don't you start, Kevin. Don't you start. Oh, my God. But we're going to have to go back, Kevin. But we're going for dinner. Because they got to be doing better than that. That had to be just a COVID thing. And they just, you know, food was high. We not giving out a lot. Something. Because I just can't believe that. But that's what we had. But we ate everything. We was ready to, like, lick the plate. It's like I want all my money's worth. Kevin talking about, we go back, he gonna have to save up his money and my appetite, right? Oh my God, that was terrible. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Okay, I'm gonna get off of here because I'm about to lose power. I've had the thing come on saying, do I want to go into reduced power mode because my battery is almost out. That's weird because I normally get 2 hours very easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. He's Monty Pep not helping, talking about you will have to eat before you get there, right? Love hearing the adventures of T and Kevin, right? Cause girl, we cray, but the stuff sometimes come to us, you know. I had never seen Jersey would have ate that plate, ate both of them plates, okay? That's how little food we got. So, but I will see you all Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, just 1 hour chat that day. I have no idea right now what I'm doing. We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll be working on these badges if I can get some fabric cut, okay? So I will see you all then. You all stay blessed. Be safe, everybody, and quilt out.